Hello, and welcome to another problem resolution for today. My name is Instructor Pow. Today we're going to take a look at a math problem, and it's solving a simple equation. Our equation for the day is 3x plus 2 equals 23. Now, what are we trying to do here? We're trying to basically solve this equation for the variable x. So we're going to solve it for this variable here, which is the variable x. And how are we going to go about doing that? Well, we want to get the variable x on the left side of the equal sign and the numbers on the right side equal sign. So again, we want to get the variable x, and we want to make that equal to some number on the right side. So what we need to do here is we need to get that, again, that variable x by itself. So we must get rid of the numbers on the equal sign that are by the variable x. So that's the number 3 and the plus 2. We need to get rid of both of those items in order to get that variable x on the left side by itself. So how are we going to go about doing that? Well, the first thing we want to do is we want to get rid of the plus 2 first by doing the opposite of plus 2, which is negative 2. So we're going to subtract 2, of course, from both sides. Now again, when you subtract 2 from the left side, we also want to subtract 2 from the right side. So that's a very important thing. So that's rule number 1 when you're solving an equation, is remember whatever you do on one side of the equal sign, you must do on the other side of the equal sign. So what do we have here? So when you do this, okay, again, we're going to take subtract negative 2 on the left side, subtract negative 2 on the right side. You don't have to put this equal sign here, but I do that just to show you that I want to make sure that both of those things we're doing on both sides are equal. And what we end up with is 3x equals 21. So what's next? Well, so now what we do, we have the following: 3x equals 21, and this either really represents, if you don't know how to understand what 3x is, you can say that is 3 times x equals 21, or you can say that's 3, you can write it out and say that's 3 times x equals 21. That's basically what you have. If you don't understand what 3x is, that's what it basically means. Now, the next thing we must do is now we have to get rid of that 3 times x on this left side to get the x by itself. So how do we do that? What's 3 times? We take 3 times. What is the opposite of 3 times? The opposite of 3 times is we're going to divide by 3. So that's what we're going to do. That's the opposite of times. So let's show you how to do that. What we're going to do again is we have 3 times x equals 21, and we're going to divide by 3 on both sides. So we have divide by 3 on the left side, and that equals divide by 3 on the right side. And what do we end up with? We do that. What we have here is basically what's shown here, and we're just going to show you this. Again, you don't have to do equal sign between these two if you don't want. You can if you want. You can do this line too. So I'm just trying to show you what we're doing here in math terms, and or you can write it what's there below, which is 3x divided by 3 equals 21 divided by 3. Again, you don't have to put this equal sign. That's there so that you can understand that we're doing on the left side, we're going to do on the right side. That's what we're trying to show you there. And what we end up with for our answer for 3x plus 2 equals 23 is x equals 7. That's going to be your answer for the solution for that simple equation. You always want to make sure that you circle your answer for your teacher or instructor. And so what we have, the last thing we're going to have to do here, which is very important, because it doesn't make any sense for you to go through all that work and then you don't solve that equation. So what you do is you must check your answer. Always check your answer. That's very important. So we're going to substitute 7 in for the variable x everywhere we see it. So we have 3x plus 2 equals 23. And when we substitute 7 in there, what we get is 3 times 7 plus 2 equals 23. And when we do the multiplication of 3 times 7, we get 21 plus 2 equals 23. And what we end up with is 23 plus 3. And that is it. It checks. That's what we want to do. That's very important. So remember, even though you solve the equation, you must also check the equation. Got to check the equation. It's very important.